Good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Vinay Saranga, owner of Saranga Comprehensive Psychiatry in Apex. Hope all of you had a great week this week. I wanted to spend a few minutes this morning talking to you about the recent concerns about vaping. And it has continued to be a concern in a lot of articles recently about this. There's been hundreds of new cases of potentially vaping related lung disease that have been reported over the past week, and there's over 800 people that are sick, and 12 to 13 people that have died, and majority of the cases have resulted in hospitalization. So the CDC isn't really 100% sure of the reason for the illnesses, but as of last week, they said they may believe they believe it is related to the use of products with THC, which is a psychoactive chemical found in marijuana, especially illicit ones. So really, there is more of a link there with vaping related products that have THC in them. And Juul has been kind of the recent concern, especially since I see a lot of teenagers. It's been kind of a popular e-cigarette product, and it's really believed that there's salts in the Juul products that apparently it's believed that it allows for a quicker movement of the nicotine to cross a blood-brain barrier, and it leads to highly addictive effect of it, which can impact memory, learning, and attention. So now, Massachusetts has called for a temporary statewide ban on the sale of all e-cigarettes and vaping products last week, and even throughout the world, this is starting to become a concern too. Israel announced an emergency ban on flavored e-cigarette sales, and apparently it's considering a full prohibition. And apparently India said it was blocking sales of all e-cigarettes in that country last week. And also China is tightening its restrictions on the product. So just so understand a little bit of about what e-cigarettes are, they heat nicotine, and nicotine is extracted from tobacco. So, and the flavorings and other chemicals along with the heated nicotine create a water vapor, which you inhale. So regular tobacco cigarettes contain about 7,000 chemicals, many of which are toxic. The problem is with e-cigarettes, we really don't know what chemicals are in it, and there's so we really don't know a whole lot of what's in the e-cigarettes. But it is thought that they potentially expose you to fewer toxic chemicals than the traditional cigarettes. So, but with if you do use these nicotine-related products, you are still exposing yourself to all sorts of chemicals, and nicotine, which is a toxic substance as well. So, and e-cigarettes can be just as addictive as regular cigarettes. So, although e-cigarettes have been marketed as an aid to help you quit smoking, they have not received FDA or Food and Drug Administration approval as smoking cessation devices. So now amongst my teenage and middle school population, according to the Truth Initiative, between 2011 and 2017, e-cigarette use significantly increased among youth in high school and middle school. So, and the numbers have significantly worsened in that population. So in 2015, the U.S. Surgeon General reported that e-cigarette use amongst high school students has increased by 900%. That's a significant increase. And the other concern is that e-cigarettes have been shown to increase the likelihood of smoking cigarettes among young people, raising concerns that e-cigarettes are acting as entry nicotine products that may lead to use of more dangerous nicotine products. So, and a lot of the youth and teenagers that I see, they mention that there's just flavors, right, to the e-cigarette, the cartridges or the Juul, and that's part of the reason that they begin using it. And a lot of them like those appealing flavors of it. So this is a concern for clinically in my practice, and for a lot of concern for a lot of my middle school and high school patients that may be using the e-cigarettes or vaping or whatever it is, or Juul, just to be with peer pressure to be the cool kids. But obviously there are a lot of concerns about vaping recently. We don't really know if these recent hospitalizations and lung illness, pulmonary illness is related to the vaping itself, but there seems to maybe be an association because a lot of the folks that have been hospitalized recently have used vape products within the last 90 days or so. So I just want you to be aware of these recent concerns. I mean, either way, vaping, e-cigarettes, nicotine, smoking cigarettes, these are all toxic substances, and I really talk to and I encourage my patients to find, if you're using cigarettes to cope, there is a lot healthier and ways to deal with stress than smoking a cigarette. You could go for a walk, talk to a friend, pick up an instrument, try some mindfulness meditation practices. There's so many apps out there. But the concern, obviously, is that these products are highly addictive, and they reach, the nicotine reaches the brain within a few minutes of smoking or vaping or whatever. So that's where they get you, is that these products are very highly addictive. And keep in mind, one Juul pod is equivalent. Smoking one Juul pod is equivalent to smoking a pack of cigarettes. So, and a lot of parents don't realize that. So it's very powerful and very highly addictive. And so I'm very concerned about this for my child adolescent population, but even for the adults, because there may be association with a lot of lung disease and deaths that may be related to this. We don't know for sure. And once again, it seems to be more related to products that had THC in them. So I just wanted to highlight these recent issues because I am very concerned about it. And I know I recorded a Facebook Live video earlier, I believe last week, about the Ditch Juul campaign. I think that's helpful for my patients. So well, I hope this information is useful to you, and I hope all of you have a great day. Take care. Bye.